Well, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the category of 369. These are the tiles that are used in the category of 369. There actually are no wins in this category. So let's take a tour of these tiles. We have jokers, we have 8 flowers that are used, and then the 3s and the 6 and the 9. So we have in all 3 suits the 3 bam, 6 bam, 9 bam, and then the corresponding green dragon. We have the 3 dot, 6 dot, 9 dot, and the corresponding soap white dragon. We have the 3 crack, 6 crack, 9 crack, and the corresponding red dragon. So this is the area of focus today, the 369 category, and there are only 6 hands in, well, no, actually, there's 6 lines, but there are 8 hands total because we include the 2 hands that are in the first 2 lines. So all of these are exposed, 25 points each. We have the closed hand, and that's 30 points. So let's begin with the first hand and take a look. First line, which has 2 hands, and the parentheses give us the directions of any 2 or 3 suits. Now this category is fixed. It is not flexible. So we have a pung of 3s, a kong of 6s. Those have to be one suit. We have a pung of 6 and a kong of 9. That has to be another suit. Any 2 suits, and they have to be laid out exactly as this hand shows you. And then in the second hand on the first line, we have a pung of 3s, a kong of 6s. Those 2 have to be one suit, the same suit. And then a separate suit for this kong of 6s, this pung of 6s, and then the third suit for this kong of 9s. So that's where we get our 3 suits, and you can choose whatever suit you want where, but it does have to be laid out like this. So the pung of 3s and the kong of 6s, these 2 have to be the same, and then a suit for the pung of 6, and then a whole nother suit for the kong of 9s, exposed and 25 points. This is what those 2 hands look like in the first line in the 369. We have our 2 suits, bams, bams, cracks, cracks. We have our pung of 3s, kong of 6s. Whole nother suit, pung of 6, kong of 9s. And now in that second hand on the first line, we have 3 dot, 6 dot. These 2 have to be the same suit. Then a whole new suit, 6 crack I chose. And these all can be jokers. And then our third suit, which I chose to be bams, 9 bam. What's great about this hand is you can use jokers in every single block. So like I said, like the whole block can be jokers or just 1 or 2 or whatever. You can probably pick up discards for exposures if you need to. So it's nice to be able to have that flexibility of using jokers. And this is what the blocks look like. Pung, kong, pung, kong. Very standard. This is a very familiar pattern, just having the pung, kong. That's the first line. Let's take a look at the second line here with the 2 hands. Reading the parentheses, any 1 or 3 suits. This one shows the 1 suit. We have a pair of flowers, kong of 3s, kong of 6s, kong of 9s. And then here we have our pair of flowers, which is not connected with any suits. And we have a kong of 3s in one suit, a kong of 6s in another suit, and a kong of 9s in the third suit. These are addition hands. 3 plus 6 equals 9. 3 plus 6 equals 9. Now, a lot of times on the National Mah Jongg League card, they have an area for multiplication, subtraction, addition. And this time they just have it in the 369 area. And then I believe the other one is in the 13579 area. Let's take a look at these addition hands. This one up here is the 1 suit addition hand. Here we have our pair of flowers, a kong of 3 cracks, a kong of 6 cracks, and then a kong of 9 cracks, all 1 suit. Down here, we have our 3 suits. We have our pair of flowers, Kong of 3 bam, Kong of 6 dot, and a Kong of 9 crack. And this is what the blocks look like: pair, Kong, Kong, Kong. And in the majority of these blocks, you can use a joker for any tile. So for these 2 Kongs, for the 3s, for the 6, and for the 9s, you can use the joker tile, but none in the flowers. So again, that's what it looks like. On our third hand down here, our third line down here, the third hand is any 2 suits like Kongs, 3, 6, or 9 with matching dragons. As you can see here, your dragons have to match whatever suit you use. You use 2 suits like Kong. That means these Kongs, they both have to either be 3, they both either have to be 6, or they both have to be 9. And then the dragons match the suit of whatever they correspond to. I will show you what that looks like. This is an exposed hand and it's worth 25 points. So this is what the tiles will look like. You have a Kong of, well, I chose 6. So I chose my matching Kongs to be 6. And then I chose the cracks and the dots. I have 6 crack here, Kong of 6 crack, a pung of red dragons because the red dragons correspond to the cracks. I have a Kong of 6 dots, and then the soaps correspond with the dots. So it's Kong, pung, Kong, pung. And jokers can be used in every single block. And this is what the blocks look like: Kong, pung, Kong, pung. Again, that's a familiar pattern. That pattern repeats itself often. That's a fairly straightforward hand if you're getting, like numbers. And you could even, this would be one that you could pivot over into the like number area, or the like number area could pivot over into this area. I mean, both have dragons and both have like numbers where you use like numbers. So here we have the 4th hand down. It's exposed and it's worth 25 points. So we read the parentheses, any 2 suits. We have a pung of flowers. We have a Kong of 3, 3 crack, 3 dot, 3 bam. We have singles, 3, 6, 9. And we have a Kong of 9s. So the 3 and the 9, you have to use 3 and 9, and these Kongs have to be the same suit, and then this one would be a 3rd suit. And let me show you what that looks like. Here we have the tiles. We have our pung of flowers. We have our Kong of 3. I chose the bams, 3 bam. We have our single tiles, 3, 6, 9. And we have a Kong of 9 bam. Now, in the parentheses, it didn't say that we can choose any number, any 3, 6, 9. So we need to choose what is written on the card. And so this is what that hand looks like. And the pattern is pung, Kong, single, 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 Kong. And we can use jokers in this block, any tiles. We can use jokers in this block. No jokers here because those are single. And we can use jokers in this block in this Kong. So we have pung, Kong, single, single, Kong. And that's that hand. So this is our 5th hand down. It's exposed, 25 points. And let's read the parentheses. Any 3 suits like Kongs, 3, 6, or 9. So these Kongs here, just cover that up, they have to be the same whatever number you have. So if you have 3s, they both have to be 3s, 2 different suits. They both have to be 6s if that's what you have, 2 different suits. Or they both have to be 9 if that's what you have, and 2 different suits. So we have pair, 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 Kong, Kong. So our pair of 3s, a pair of 6, and pair 9. Those pairs have to be the same suit, and it has to be 3, 6, 9. And then the Kongs would be the other 2 suits. This is what that hand looks like. I chose to have dots as our pairs, 3, 6, 9. No jokers are allowed there. And then I chose 9 for my Kong. So I have a second suit of BAMs, a Kong of 9 BAMs, and then a crack for my third suit, Kong of 9 cracks. And jokers can only be used in the Kongs. No jokers in these pairs. So these are the blocks, pair, 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 Kong, Kong. We have that pair, 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 which I like. I'm surprised that this isn't a 30-point hand. Getting these pairs can be really difficult. So, but they chose to do 25. And it's exposed, so you can pull a discard and expose for these two Kongs, just not on the pairs. Okay, and this is our last hand. It's closed, worth 30 points. Let's read the parentheses. Any 3 suits with matching dragons. So here we have it laid out in the graphic. We have a pair of flowers, pung of 3s with the matching dragon, pung of 6 with the matching dragon, a pung of 9 with the matching dragon. So it has to be 3, 6, 9. There's no flexibility here, except for using jokers in the pungs. So let's take a look and see what those look like in the tile. And this is what that last hand looks like, which is closed. So we have our pair of flowers. We have our pung of 3 cracks. I chose cracks. And then the matching dragon, the corresponding dragon is the red dragon. Then I have our pung of 3 dots, and the corresponding dragon is the soap or white dragon. Then I have our pung of 9 bams, and the corresponding dragon with the bams is the green dragon. And you can use jokers in this pung, or that pung. So jokers can be used for any of those tiles. Jokers cannot be used in this pair. You cannot use a joker for the single tiles, which this is single, no joker, no joker, no joker. That's no joke. Okay, so here's what the blocks look like. We have pair, pung, single, pung, single, pung, single. And again, this is a closed hand. You can do a joker exchange. If you have the opportunity to do a joker exchange, do a joker exchange. You just cannot pick up a discard and expose on top of your rack. So because this is a closed hand. And again, you can, if you're about to call Mah Jongg, and let's say you just need a red dragon and somebody discards a red dragon, you can pick that up for Mah Jongg. And then you put that on top of your rack and you bring everything else up and show everybody that you have a beautiful Mah Jongg that's worth 30 points. So that's the last of the hands. And let's take a look at the Linda Lee set that I'm using. I'll show you the whole set, all the tiles. Here we have all the tiles in the Linda Lee set. And this is called the butterfly set because a set of the flower tiles are actually butterflies. And they give you 16 total flowers. So you have actual flowers for the seasons, and then they have butterflies. You only play with 8. You need to pick out 8 in whatever combination you want. Here are the jokers. Again, very adorable. They're little panda bears eating the bamboo. And then we have a set of flowers, and then we have a set of the butterflies. And this is our winds, our north, east, west, and south. Very easy to distinguish. Our one bam is a swan, which is unusual. I don't know if I've ever seen swans as a one bam. Our bamboos, our dots, coins, circles, this suit, and then our characters. This is our character suit, and we call it cracks for short. Here's our green dragon, our soaps, and our red dragons. So it's a nice basic set. And it was my first, this was my first fun set that I bought. I got it at Gammon Village for half off. If you go to Gammon Village, they have sales going on all the time. And I happened to catch it in the cycle in which this Linda Lee set was on sale. I want to thank you again for stopping by. I sure do appreciate it. We just have one more category to go, the singles and pairs. I will see you in the next video.